Yesterday, I gave you lines are parallel, and I said what angles are congruent. That's what we did with the proofs. Given these parallel lines, what angles can be proven congruent? Today, I'm going to reverse it on you. I'll give you listen, I'm going to give you the congruent angles. You tell me what lines must be parallel if they're congruent or supplementary. All right, so I'm not going to read off 1 through 6 here for you. I'm just going to hop right into 8. I'm going to give you facts about 2 angles. Is that good enough to show lines are parallel? And if it is, which lines are parallel? All right, so I'm saying a number 8 first. 1 is congruent to 2. Angle 1 congruent to angle 2. And now I'm going to show you guys how you can tell if this is a 1 and 2 are a special pair of angles. Watch. Here's angle 1. I'm going to highlight angle 1. Angle 2, I'm going to highlight angle 2. Okay. Do they have a line in common? Angle 1 and angle 2. Do they have a line in common? I have a lot of people shaking their head. Yes, they do. That means they're a special type of angle. All right, corresponding, alternate interior, same side. But what line do they have in common? What line do they have in common? They both share line U. Everyone agrees? Right here. Right there. They both share line U, correct? Good. Which means the other 2 lines that form 1 and 2 have to be parallel. So what 2 lines have to be parallel here? Okay, so for number 8, if angle 1's congruent to angle 2, that means R is parallel to S. Yep, that's fine. R is parallel to S. Now you got to give me a reason. I'm going to try to make this easy for you guys. Remember yesterday and the day before we had parallel lines imply? Now you're going to reverse that. Okay? Now you're going to reverse that. You too. Now you're going to reverse it. What type of angles are 1 and 2? Corresponding. So I'm going to start now by saying corresponding angles congruent imply what now? Parallel lines. So because I knew 1 and 2 are equal, they're corresponding and congruent. That makes R and S parallel. We're going to reverse today. Go in reverse. Everyone see how they have U in common. All right, now I'm going to start asking people now. Let's go to number 9. What if I give you angles 2 and 9 are congruent? Angle 2 and angle 9. Let's see. Here's angle 2. I highlight it. Here's angle 9. I'm highlighting it. My first question to somebody, do they have a line in common? 2 and 9. How about it? Do they have a line in common? That line in common?
S.
Line S. Everyone agrees 2 and 9 have line S in common? That just tells me, okay, there's some type of special angles. I just got to figure out what they are. So if they have line S in common, that makes the other 2 lines, U and V, parallel. So I know U parallel to V. I just need what type of angles 2 and 9 are. Look where they are. Inside, outside, U and V. Opposite sides of the transversal. What type of angles are those? 13, Callum, what type of angles?
Alternate exterior.
Perfect, alternate exterior. So I'm going to say alternate exterior angles congruent imply parallel lines. They have to have a line in common. And you know what that line ends up being? What vocabulary term did I show you on day 1? That cuts through the 2 parallel lines. Emma? That line in common, S in this case, is the transversal. Yep. All right, let's keep going. How about 10? 5 and 7 are congruent. 5 and 7. So here's 7. Here's 5. Do they have a line in common? 14. I'll take it. Yes, they do have a line in common. It's V, isn't it? They have line V. That's your transversal. So that would mean which 2 lines are parallel then? Which 2 lines are parallel? 15. Molly? R and S. Good. R is parallel to S. Now, what type of angles are 5 and 7 now? 5 and 7 are 12. Luke, what type of angles?
So 5 and 7.
Yep. Now remember, we're R and S are parallel, so I got to say, all right, where are 5 and 7? Inside, outside. V's my transversal.
Alternate interior.
Good. Alternate interior angles congruent imply parallel lines. Are we starting to see they have to have a transversal in common to be able to call them all these different types of angles? All right, I'm going to do 2 more with you, then let you do the rest on your own. 11. Now what am I saying? 7 and 8 are supplementary. All right, so 7 and 8 are supplementary now. Does that help? Let's see. Here's 7. Here's 8. Line in common. 2, 3. Not here. 10. Josh, line in common. V. There's the transversal, which means what 2 lines have to be parallel then? 15. Molly, back to you. What 2 lines are parallel? R and S. Good. R parallel to S again. Because 7 and 8 are new type here today. Scott, what type of angles are 7 and 8?
Same side interior.
Okay, everyone ready? Same side interior angles. What am I going to write now? I've been writing congruent all the way, but now they're not, though. They're what? Supplementary. Implies parallel lines. We all good? Yes, Via.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
For number 10, how come 5 and 7 are alternate interior?
Yep. Okay, here's why. Let me highlight them again. 5 and 7. Your parallel lines were R and S, correct? So 5 and 7, do you agree, are inside, interior to R and S?
Oh, they're like they're in. Oh, not.
They're inside R and S, and V is my transversal because that's the line they share, and 5 and 7 are on opposite sides. Last one I'm going to do with you is number, which one did I want to do? 14 with you. 14, 3 and 7. Anybody got a problem? What's up, Molly? What's your issue?
They don't share one.
Darn right they don't. Anybody see what line do they share if they do? There's none. Does everyone see 3 and 7 don't share anything? So they're not any special type of angle. They're not alternate interior, exterior, corresponding. They're nothing. If they don't share a line, I cannot classify them as a special angle. So guess what I can do here? I don't know anything. This is knowing these 2 angles are congruent tells me nothing. No lines parallel, just given that information. That's it. Everyone, do we see that? All right. Yeah, 3 and 7. Thanks for being congruent, but you're not alternate interior corresponding. You have 0 relationship because you don't share a line. All right, you guys are on for 12, 13, no, sorry, 12, 14, and that was number 14. Sorry, 12, 13, 15. 12, 13, 15. You guys are on. That was 14. They have to share a line to be a special pair. Highlight them. Do they share a line? If yes, the other 2 are the parallel lines. Okay. I know some people are finishing, but just want to get going so we can get to the proofs. 12, 6 and 3 are supplementary. Do you have any parallel lines? If you do, what are they? 17, Emma, did you have any parallel lines if 3 and 6 are supplementary? Good. U and V? Because they are same side, interior angle supplementary. Okay. How about 13? If 3 and 5 are congruent, any lines parallel? 10, Josh?
Yeah. 3 and 5.
If 3 and 5 are congruent, you got some parallel lines for me?
U and V.
U and V again, yep. Anybody, what type of angles were 3 and 5? What's up, Carter?
Alternate interior.
Darn right they were. Alternate interior. And then how about 15? 4 and 5? Yep, okay. 4 and 5. Got any parallel lines if they're congruent? I'll take it. You do? It should have been R and S. What type of angles were 4 and 5? Corresponding angles, congruent, apply parallel lines. All right, so we picking this up. Okay, you got to have a line in common. Got to have a line in common. All right, so a little taste of a proof now, proving parallel lines. Again, no two-step proofs. Looks a little bit different from yesterday because basically the givens and the proof have flipped. So 2 and 1 are equal, 1 and 3 are equal, wire ST and UV. Alrighty. Here's what I want from you guys. Anytime I ask you guys to prove lines parallel, look at those lines I'm asking you to prove, ST and UV. Identify a pair of special angles. That's what I want you to do right now. Using ST and UV, identify a pair of special angles. Just by looking at the diagram. Don't look at what I gave you. Can you guys please identify me 2 angles because you know they're corresponding? Alternate interior, same side interior. Can you please identify ST and UV? Where are your special angles up here? Give me a pair. Give me a pair. 18, Adrian, give me a pair here using ST and UV.
Are 1 and 3 same side interior?
1 and 3. Here we go. Let's take a look at 1 and 3. Do they use UV at all? So they can't, right? Can't be any type of special angles because they don't use U and V at all. I need something that uses ST and VU, both of them. Okay, I need to use both of them here. Lisa, got a pair? 1 and, or I'm sorry, what'd you say? 2 and 3. Everyone, 2 and 3. What type are they, Lisa? Vertical? These are vertical here. If you're going to alternate interior. Everyone agrees 2 and 3 are alternate interior? Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you can show me 2 equals 3, I'm going to know those lines are parallel. All right, that's the deal. Lisa said, hey, everybody, 2 and 3 are alternate interior. They are. So if you guys can prove to me that they're congruent, I'll show you parallel lines. Okay, can you get 2 and 3 equal to each other? That's your goal right now. Based on everything we've done, unit 1, 2, and this unit, can you get angle 2 and 3 congruent? And you cannot use that they're alternate interior. I don't know the lines are parallel yet. So do not tell me they're alternate interior. All right, I can't do that. I don't know if the lines are parallel. There's got to be another way to show 2 congruent to 3 without mentioning parallel lines. How? Running out of breath. Oh, I'm not going to do this one. I can't give that away. Aiden, got a way to get 2 and 3 congruent, boss? Aiden?
I'm not sure.
Well, look at your givens because they're provided for a reason. 2 equals 1, 1 equals 3. Well, can you tell me what 2 angles have to be equal if 2 equals 1 and 1 equals 3?
Angle 3 equals angle 2.
What'd you just use to give me that?
Substitution.
Okay, we can do it. We can do it. Substitution. Now this turns into kind of like what we just did in the last problem. If 3 and 2 are equal, what lines are now parallel? ST and UV. Lisa, one more time, what type of angles were they? Okay, so I have alternate interior angles, congruent, imply parallel lines. So this is what I want you to do now, and I'm even going to help you guys. If you take a look at the next one, I want you to look at the lines you're proving parallel and get me a pair of special angles from those lines. That's what I want you to do. So, but don't even mark them yet. Stop. Everybody stop. 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 Look at the lines I'm asking you to prove congruent. KM and LN. Focus on those two lines and try to pick out a pair of special angles for me. Using KM and LN right now. KM and LN. Give me a pair of special angles using those parallel lines. Where are they? Where are they? What time did we get out of here? Fourth period, 10, 16. Oh, we got plenty of time. And this is the last one. So what angles need to be congruent for KM and LN to be parallel? Find me a pair of corresponding alternate interior, something. All right, come on. Josh, got a pair? Using KM and LN. KM, LN. Do you see any special type of angles up there? Yeah, darn right you do, because they're what? Okay, Josh just answered the question. This proof is finished when you get me angle 2 congruent to angle 4. Everyone see how I'm working? I'm kind of working backwards. I look at the lines I'm trying to prove parallel. I find a special pair of angles. I get them congruent. You'll be done with the proof. So this is our goal now. This is what I need everybody's help with. Get me 2 congruent to 4, somehow using the givens. All right, using the givens, get me 2 congruent to 4. How are we going to get there? JM parallel to KN. Can I use substitution on any of these I was given? Nope. Good job. Good job. At least you're at that point. Good job. All right. Can you tell me any other angles are congruent maybe? Because you have JM and KN are now parallel. Can you guys give me any angles that are congruent knowing JM? I marked the wrong ones now. Let me put the right ones on. JM parallel to KN. Anybody see any angles with those now? Any angles, Scott?
1 and 3 are corresponding.
1 and 3 are congruent. Angle 1 congruent to angle 3. What would be your reason now? What's our reason? Via?
Corresponding.
No, you're going backwards on me.
Oh, wait.
We said 1 and 3 are equal. This is from yesterday. What did I start it out with? What do I have? What was I given? What lines are these? Parallel lines. This is what I wrote yesterday, right? Parallel lines imply.
Corresponding angles are congruent.
There you go. Corresponding angles congruent. Because that's where I got 1 and 3 from. JM and KN. All right, maybe we can do a little substitution now. But just not 1. How many equal quantities do you have up here? How many are written in the proof right now? 3, right? 3. So that should tell you it's going to take 2 substitutions to finish this. Pick 2 out of the 3 right now you can use substitution on. I got 3 written up here. Pick 2 of them right now we can use substitution on. Your call. 6, your call. Stella, let's roll.
Angle 2 congruent to angle 3.
Angle 2 and angle. Okay, so here's what Stella's doing. She is picking the first and the third pair right there, and saying what again?
Angle 2 is congruent to angle.
Does everyone see how she's getting that out? Angle 2 congruent to angle 3. Using those two, I've highlighted in green. Substitution. And then finally, everyone see the last two we haven't used. 3 and 4, 2 and 3. Those two now we'll use substitution on. 3 equals 4, 2 equals 3. Therefore, what two angles are going to be equal using those two? Oh, 5, Molly. 3 and 4 was given. 2 and 3 by substitution, meaning which two angles are equal now? You see it, Molly? Oh, sorry. Yes, Molly. Sorry. Yes. No, 15, Molly.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Yes, everyone? See how I did substitution twice? 2 and 4. And then we go back to the beginning of the problem and said, okay, well, if 2 and 4 are equal, that means my lines are parallel, KM and LN. What am I going to write here now? Emma?
Corresponding angles congruent by parallel lines.
You reverse it when you tell me the lines are parallel, yes. And look on your homework, too. Look on your homework. You will see that box pointing to every proof statement. I want you to fill that in first. Tell me what angles need to be congruent first before doing the proof. And then prove those angles congruent. That's it. That's what your quiz is on now. All right, first 3 days. What are we doing Monday? Total review. You'll see day 4 in your packet is all review. That is a rarity that we review for a quiz, but we are here because I feel the need to. All right, because I've thrown a lot at you the last 3 days. But get this assignment done over the weekend. Behave, be smart, whatever your plans are.